School Board Chairman McCurdy, Superintendent Holyoke, Principal Brady, GHS teachers and staff, fellow graduates, students, parents, families, and friends. 4 short years ago, we gathered in this auditorium listening intently to freshman orientation. Our emotions were on a roller coaster as we were beginning a new and exciting chapter in our lives, high school. As our time in high school progressed, we became involved in different activities, made new friends, and discovered what interested us. I feel I can speak for all of my classmates when I say we are thankful for the experiences and opportunities Grace High School has given each of us. Today, we are once again gathered in this auditorium, but this time surrounded by people we love and ready to embark on new adventures in our lives. Looking towards the future and thinking of the endless possibilities ahead of us is exhilarating, but at the same time, it can fill us with fear. I believe this fear stems from us not wanting to fail. Failure has a negative connotation and is something we strive to avoid our whole lives. We are often taught that if we failed something, it means we did not succeed. But what if I were to tell you that failing is not necessarily a bad thing? Failure can in fact be a key in leading to our success. J.K. Rowling stated, "It is impossible to live without failing something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case you fail by default." We will all fail at something during our lives, but what matters is how we react. We have 2 options. We can be frustrated and quit, or we can improve ourselves and try again. Some of the biggest names in history did not have an easy road leading to their success. It is hard to imagine that someone with outstanding achievements failed, but I am going to share the stories of 4 very well-known people who did fail before accomplishing great things. In 1899, a 36-year-old man followed his dream of starting an automobile company. After years of hard work, his first company, known as the Detroit Automobile Company, opened. The company sadly became bankrupt, but the man got back on his feet and tried again. He opened a second automobile company in 1901, but ended up having to leave it behind. It wasn't until his 3rd try that his company had success. This man is Henry Ford, and today we know his company as the Ford Motor Company. Henry Ford failed, but he persevered until he achieved success. In 1919, a man was fired from his job at a newspaper company because they told him he lacked imagination and had no good ideas. He moved on to start his own business by starting an animation studio called Laugh-O-Gram. As he hired people to help him, he could not manage the money, and the business went deep in debt and bankrupt. With no money left, he moved to Hollywood and started a company again. This time, it was finally successful. The man is Walt Disney, and today the Disney Company has spread across the world with its movies and amusement parks. Walt Disney failed, but he persevered until he achieved success. During a boy's sophomore year in high school, he decided to try out for the school basketball team. He was 5'11", but did not make the team because he was told he was not tall enough and was not suitable to represent the school. Instead of letting it get to him, he used this rejection as motivation. He joined the JV team where he quickly excelled. He eventually was moved up to the varsity team, went on to play college basketball, and then played in the NBA. This man is Michael Jordan, and he is now known as one of the best basketball players of all time. Michael Jordan failed, but he persevered until he achieved success. In 1990, a woman came up with the idea for a book while on a train. She immediately began to write her ideas down, but had to put it on hold after her mother died. In 1992, she got married and had a daughter. The marriage ended in divorce just a year later. The woman was completely broke, did not have a job, and was trying to raise her daughter by herself. She fought through these struggles and in 1995 finished her book. Excited, she sent it to 12 publishing companies. Every single one rejected it. 1 year later, she sent it to one last publishing company. Finally, it was accepted. The book ended up becoming so popular that it won several awards. This woman is J.K. Rowling, and today she has sold more than 400 million copies of her Harry Potter books. J.K. Rowling failed, but she persevered until she achieved success. Henry Ford, Walt Disney, Michael Jordan, and J.K. Rowling, all extremely famous people, failed before they achieved success. The reason their failures did not define them is because each of them pushed through their trials and learned from their mistakes. They did not give up. When we are frustrated because we keep on failing, I hope we can remember that these failures are leading us closer to our success. We are going to fail, and that is just part of life. But if we persevere, we will succeed. Thank you.